Do you hear me? Huh? You hear me? You gotta sit down and pay attention. That's why we in the boat we in now. You kicked out of summer camp. I can't go work. I can't take care of nothing. You got school coming back. Your brothers got school. And I can't do nothing. Because of mistakes I made young. You hear me? My father died when I was 14. I went astray. I didn't listen to my mom. I started doing all the bad things I wanted to do. I did everything bad. I rooted my life in a massacre out here. You hear me?
Yeah.
That man was the only man I had. That's why I try to tell you to listen to me. Listen to them teachers. Because at the end of the day, you got to have plan A and plan B. Plan A is the education. You hear me? Going to school, learning, so you don't get my age and don't know nothing. You hear me? Don't know nothing. I'm a 43-year-old man sitting here struggling with a son now out of my choices, the bad decisions I made. You hear me? When I was coming up, we had family, cousins, aunties. My grandparents used to live around. You don't really too much have none of that. You know, if something happened to me and I die or something, where are you going to go? Ain't nobody going to be able to get you. The way the system is set up, they're going to have you somewhere with a family you don't even know. People you don't even know. That's why I'm trying to install this into you young, because life is so short. You don't know when I'm going to go. You don't know when you might go. Anything might happen. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
We got to stay focused on what we need to do. Boxing, sports, and all that stuff is cool to keep your mind occupied, but be great in it. Be the best at whatever you can be. You hear me? Mm-hmm. You got to listen. You got to listen to these coaches. You hear me? Mm-hmm. You got to watch the sport you're playing so you can become the best at it. Even in school, you got to learn these numbers, these math problems, these science. Whatever they're trying to teach you, you got to learn it and let it stick to your head, because when you get older, it'll help you better in the day. If you don't become that in the sports, at least you can go get you a good job and become a good somebody. Become somebody good in life instead of being like your dad was. I went and did bad things. But God's grace covered me. I never been shot. I never been to the penitentiary, never went to jail because of God. But I never got caught. That's the only reason. And God was over me. You don't want to be out here trying to figure your way out, doing bad things. These kids are growing up and dying at 15, 16 years old because they think they're grown. They don't have no outlet. They don't have no hope. They don't have no fathers that's sticking to them like I'm sticking to you. Sometimes life will deal you a messed up hand. But we here, man. That's why I'm so hard on you and I'm pressing you to do what's right, even since you were 6 months years old. Now you're 7. You're getting older. It's time to wisen up and know what's right and what's wrong. And do what's right. And all your wrongs that you do, make them right. You don't want to be like me, 43 years old with nothing. I have nothing. All I got is you. All we got is us. You know, we got family here and there and over there, but it's every man for himself. Every man must search his own soul. You hear me? At the end of the day, all we got is us. At the end of the day, what we got in our pocket, this is what we got. We can't go to nobody and ask them for help. Nobody wants to help us. When they see you so talented and got so many gifts like you got, people are jealous of that. They want you to fail. You hear me? People like to see you doing good, but don't never want to see you do better than them. You hear me? It's a hard life out here, man, and I just want you to be the best chosen you can be, who God created you to be. He gave you me for a reason. We just got to find out what the reason is. You hear me? I believe you can be great. I can believe you can be champion, but you got to listen. You got to know how smart you are up here. Listen. Think before you react. You hear me? When somebody tell you to do something, do it. The first time. When nobody got to tell you over and over again to do stuff. Because this don't make no sense. If I would have just listened, I could say if my dad didn't die on me, things would have been better. And which I would have think they would have been better. He died young. He had just changed his life. He got a church. He had a boxing gym. He had everything going for him. He changed his whole life, and then God took him. And you know, sometimes I still don't understand that. I ask God why. You know, why couldn't my life go to a situation? All my life since your age, I thought I was going to be the champion of the world. I had this thing, you couldn't tell me nothing. I'm just going to be the best at boxing. This is all I got. This is what my dad told me. All you know how to do is box. This is all you got left. And I'm telling you, all you don't got is boxing, football. You got a mind up here. You hear me? You can learn these books and become a doctor, a lawyer. Whatever you want to become in life, right now you can become it. You can't set your life on one thing, because one thing is not going to get you there. You know how many kids that boxed that had talent, football, basketball, and they're bums now on the street, on the corner, with no money, no nothing, family riding right past them, talking about what they could have been. Yeah. That's how they do you when you ain't got nothing. They dog you, walk past you, don't call you. How many people call us? How many people check on us? Nobody. We in this alone, dog. As soon as you make it, when you become something, everybody will be coming to you talking about they love you. And they want to help you do this, want to help you do that. But they didn't help you from right now, where we at right now. Don't nobody want to help us. Don't nobody care nothing about us until we make it. And we're not going to hold a dinner against somebody. We're not going to be mad at them when we do make it. We're going to help people who God put on our heart for us to help. We're still going to help. You hear me? We're going to help people. I just want you to know, man, I love you. I'm always going to be here for you while I'm here. And we got a hell of a journey to continue. This is going to be a long journey, a hell of a journey, but I need you to listen to me. I need you to do what I ask you to do. You know I ain't going to never ask you to do nothing wrong. Thank you. You got to make it to the top. Either way, get up out these circumstances we in. We in bad circumstances right now. You hear me? It's on us to bring it out. I'm doing all I can. I changed my life a whole lot before you came around. And I still got a lot of changing to do. I can do better. We have lost a lot of things. We have lost a lot of people since you've been around. We have been through a lot of turmoil since you came around. Ain't no way a kid should be able to go through the stuff you went through already at 7 years old. But I believe God got a plan for you. God got a plan for us to succeed, to tell our story. It may help somebody one day. You telling your story. See, boxing and football and sports, God don't just got you here for that. God wants you to change some lives. You hear me? You're going to be the great person in this world that people are going to look up to, and they want to see your light shine. You hear me? Mm-hmm. You're going to help change this world one day. You hear me? Mm-hmm. And I believe it. You hear me?
Do you want to play?
Yeah.
Daddy, no, get that spot off you.
It was on me?
Yeah, it was calling on you.